Senator Manchin said he had, quote, a good conversation, that's his words, with President Biden yesterday on the Build Back Better plan. Senator Mike Braun, Republican, Indiana, joins me now. Mr. Senator, you worked with Senator Manchin on scrapping the federal vax mandate. Have you spoken to Senator Manchin recently about Build Back Better? Do you know where he stands on it right now, bearing in mind 9.6% inflation?
Well, if he's listening to his constituents back in West Virginia, I think the reason he got on the bipartisan effort to squash the vaccine mandate, that was surprising. He and Tester did get on it. That goes against the grain of their party. He's been so public, Stu, on saying that he believes that you got to budget this stuff, that you got to be worried about the national debt. When he and I both got me elected, he re-elected, we were 18 trillion in debt. And now we're 30 trillion. And I think they look at every word that he says. His constituents back home, I think, will hold him accountable. That's why I think he believes we can't afford it. He hasn't even seen the text yet to see what's in the fine print. Remember, they shoehorn all kinds of crazy policy into these reconciliation bills. So I'm hoping he keeps delaying it or either squashes it in the long run. We'll wait and see.
What we keep hearing on this program today from some commentators is that there is no way you're going to get Build Back Better before Christmas. It's going to have to be pushed into next year, and therefore is probably going to have a much harder time, even in next year. You agree with that?
I think so, and because as we step into the second year of this Congress, the legislative calendar gets really difficult to navigate through. And remember some doozies from what we've already done. We spent $870 billion incentivizing people to stay home, watch Netflix. It's tampered with the work ethic. And of that, the Labor Department says fraudsters took $87 billion of it, 10%. Independent groups think it was close to 40%. Stu, that's over $300 billion in this money that we spent that was a cornerstone of what we did. That's what government does. And everybody seems to shrug their shoulders here that it doesn't make any difference.
If they get any of that, Republicans and the media, some in the media, will have a field day looking at this nonsensical spending. They'll just go to town on it. And that's another political risk for the Democrats. If they get Build Back Better, it'll be taken to pieces. If they don't get it, their left wing will go crazy and revolt, and they'll primary Senator Schumer. You're looking good there, Senator.
Thank you. And what amazes me is how they keep digging the hole deeper from all the list of deplorables that we have to work with as a party. And we better get with it back when we get the reins back and start talking about what we're going to do for the country with small, limited government, so we don't create these opportunities for these political entrepreneurs on the other side of the aisle.
I know you're calling on the administration to lift the vaccine mandate for truckers who cross the Canadian border, and obviously you're trying to improve the supply chain. I just can't understand why they haven't done this kind of thing already.
I mean, it just makes you scratch your head, because they've done so many things that takes the productive side of the economy, Main Street where I come from, make it so difficult, and then want you to pay all the bills. That's because most of the folks here are professional career politicians. They don't respect the productive side of what drives this country.
Really. Senator Braun, thanks very much for taking time out to be with us on a very busy day, but we always appreciate it. See you again soon, Senator. Thank you very much.